The second point I want to bring out is as follows, and I've kind of alluded it to already within the first point, and that is that with every decision, I'm sorry to say this, with every decision, there's going to be an element of the unknown. And this is what I was saying before, that I think people want to make the right decision because the right decision will kind of mean that there won't be any pain along the way. And one of the biggest principles, one of the most important principles and life ideas that I live by in life is that life doesn't go in a straight line. So when life goes off track, I'm kind of okay with it because I'm kind of expected it, right? It's just normal. It's just the way life is. I've met enough people to see it to be true within their lives, and I've seen it within my own life. Life doesn't go in a straight line. It just doesn't go that way. So we have to be okay with the idea that even if we make the most logical decision based upon where I want to be 5 years from now, there's still going to be challenges. There's still going to be roadblocks. There's still going to be obstacles. There's still going to be barriers in the way. That is normal. And the more we normalize it, I think to a certain extent, the more we'll be okay with the fact that there is an element of the unknown. There's an element of the unknown. It's normal. Okay. I'm not trying to avoid the unknown. I'm not trying to avoid challenges within my decision because it's normal for them to be there. But also, we may have to look within. Maybe we have to build up a sense of resilience. Maybe we have to build up a sense of self-belief that I can deal with this. Because if we're struggling to make decisions, a lot of it might also come from this I can't circle that I've discussed in my previous videos. We're living in one or two circles. Either I can or I can't. And if we're living in the I can't, we're going to see all the reasons why we can't. If we're living in the I can, we're going to see all the reasons why we can. So maybe we have to ask ourselves that kind of question. If we're struggling to deal with the unknown, is it because we want everything just to go okay, which within itself is just never going to work? It's just not the way the world goes. But also, what kind of circle am I living in? Do I believe that I can deal with the unknown? Do I believe that I have the resilience? Do I believe that I have the inner power? Do I believe I have the right mindset? Do I have the ability to deal with it? Because if I don't believe I have the ability, then we're going to avoid things that are going to be too difficult for us. And making new decisions creates new circumstances, creates new opportunities, but also presents new challenges, which are opportunities within itself. So maybe that's a little area to look into as well. If we're struggling with that concept of the unknown, well, what circle am I in? Am I in one of those two circles? Well, in one of the two circles, the question is, which one? Am I in this I can circle, which is great, or am I in the I can't circle? Well, if this goes wrong, how am I going to deal with it? I won't be able to deal with it. Or what happens if it doesn't go the way I want it to go? How am I going to cope? Well, the answer is you're not going to cope. So are we building this narrative that if something goes wrong, which it will, that it's just going to be too much, and therefore we're avoiding making the decision based upon the idea that there's going to be challenges ahead and we're not going to be able to cope. So we have to be real with the fact, and this is point number 2, be real with the fact that there's going to be an element of the unknown, and there is going to be challenges ahead. Even if you make the most logical decision, based upon a vision, there's still going to be challenges because life does not go in a straight line. It just doesn't. And the more we become okay with that and the more we normalize it, then the easier it becomes to work with it. But also we have to look into what kind of space am I operating from? Am I operating from I can, which is great, or am I operating from I can't? And if I am, we have to then explore where's that I can't coming from that's holding us back from dealing with the unknown.